the Samsung Galaxy gets more sales in Europe than all Android phones combined. Apple and Google are still in the fight about the Google Voice app in the Apple App Store, and another video, the Storm 2 arises, and you'll find out there's two versions now. It is Sunday, August 23rd, and it's time for Tech Weekly. So let's get started. Samsung announced, or rather, another company announced on the internet, Android Pub, or this Korean website, Tanuki.com, announced that the Samsung Galaxy and the other Android phone that hasn't come out in the States yet has sold 100,000 units already, which is more than all the other ones combined, considering that the HTC Dream, Magic, and Hero have only sold 80,000 combined totals. According to many websites, this is a severely small amount as compared to the Galaxy, with its 100,000. People are kind of questioning the way the survey was conducted, if they really counted how many total units of the Samsung Galaxy sold, how many total units of the Dream, Magic, and Hero HTC had sold, etc., etc. There are various statistics in the way in which they calculate it, and you can find that on Fandroid.com. Also, T-Mobile just continues to write out its 3G coverage. They took out some coverage today in Augusta, Richmond County, Georgia, Knoxville, Tennessee, Bridgeport, Connecticut, Hartford, Connecticut, New Haven, Connecticut, Waterbury, Connecticut, and of course Nashville, Tennessee. You'll be seeing more 3G cities arising in the next couple of weeks. They really seem to be pushing their 3G, considering that they're a little behind with the other carriers in their 3G networks. The good thing though is that T-Mobile is already working on their LTE 4G technology, so that when the other carriers will release it, they will also be releasing it, and they won't be the last person like they were with 3G. Apple and Google are still fighting over their whole Google Voice controversy in the Apple App Store. According to Apple, they answered the FCC's documents saying that Apple alone makes its decisions to approve apps for the iPhone, and its approval process is according to how the new app would benefit the iPhone and work with the iPhone's technology, but that Google is free, of course, to make a web app to use on Safari's browser. Google, of course, replied that it has no part in pulling the application from Apple. It's completely Apple's doing. All it did was submit it. Moreover, the thing is that, of course, AT&T is probably threatened by this due to the fact that Google Voice in itself is sort of a carrier, not in the way that you will be sending calls through your minutes, because you will still be using your minutes if you use Google Voice on your network, but if you go through Wi-Fi on your phone, then you can just use Google Voice's send-by-send pay-as-you-go method, which completely negates you having to use AT&T's network whatsoever. So that's a threat from them. However, unfortunately, the FCC has blocked what Google stated that Apple had told them in response to their App Store rejection, so we're not really going to get the details on that. The Zune AT&T's app menu was revealed in a video today. You can check that out on Engadget. It's still a little short on details. It's just an item in the menu of music and videos, etc. No one really knows what Microsoft is planning with this, or if they've already sent out an SDK or anything like that. But just the fact that you see it on the Zune itself kind of makes you think that we will have Microsoft App Stores. Considering that they're already making one for their Windows mobile devices, why not make one for their Zune as well? So that makes good. And finally, of course, the Blackberry Storm 2 was videoed again. You can find that on Engadget as well. Basically, it just explained the differences between the Blackberry Storm 1 and the Blackberry Storm 2, saying how the 9550 will be on Verizon and the 9520 version will be on AT&T on the GSM network. They will have 3G, they will have Wi-Fi. The video explained how the screens are different and how you don't have to click on the Blackberry Storm 2, and it does support multi-touch. And of course, the buttons on the button that you found on the original Storm 1 are now part of the entire screen, and they're touch sensitive. I believe that haptic feedback is also available. But my question is do you think that people will really go after the Storm 2 after the whole fiasco with the Storm 1? Or do you think that they consider the Storm 2 a savior to the Storm 1 and will immediately buy it the day it comes out? Or will they already, if they haven't already, switch to a different phone like the iPhone, like an Android phone, or any other Symbian phone like a Nokia phone, etc.? What do you think? Would you get the Storm 2 if you already had all the troubles with the Storm 1? Let me know in a comment or text reply below. And of course, always remember to rate and subscribe to my videos. I'll be doing a couple every week. Even though it'll be a little more hectic this time because I start school again tomorrow. As you can see, I'm in my apartment up here, not the usual set, I guess, that you usually see. But should be videos at least once a week, maybe twice or three times. So, like I said again, would you buy a Storm 2? Leave me in a comment below and rate and subscribe. Till then.